Nightside, pride flags ripped down, businesses egged and vandalized. Just the latest in a string of attacks on LGBTQ spaces.
And we've got some rain working its way towards the inland northwest. I'll tell you how it could affect your weekend plans.
Better lighting, sidewalks, and a new footbridge are in the future for East Central, but the project could take longer than residents had hoped. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. And thanks for staying up with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Neighbors in East Central are still waiting for plans to improve safety for pedestrians. In February, the Magnolia Street pedestrian bridge was removed and plans for the detour are still up in the air. Rania Kaur reports on the updated timeline.
We do get people asking how is that coming along, when will those improvements happen, and when will that be finished, and those types of things.
This pedestrian route detour was put in place when the Magnolia Street pedestrian bridge was removed 8 months ago. Doug Trudeau, the chair of the East Central Neighborhood Council, says he was told months ago there would be improvements. Parts of the route is dark or doesn't have accessible sidewalks.
And what that will entail will be improvement to the sidewalks, additional lighting, and ability so people can walk or bike in to get around over that period of time until they can get the bridge completed.
Trudeau has been waiting on an update on that project. The Washington State Department of Transportation tells me they were hoping this project would be complete by the fall. Now it's being pushed back. Ryan Overton with WashDOT says they're working with the city to make the changes happen.
And they are hoping that we can get that this fall, but it'll be really weather dependent, so we are close. It is being awarded, but it may not happen until early 2024 just because of weather implications.
Trudeau says once those improvements are made, it'll last years, even after replacement pedestrian bridges are put in place. For now, he just wants his neighborhood connected.
I think when the weather's nice, it's nice to be able to walk around in Spokane. Nice thing on those freeway underpasses is that a Vista is upgraded. The lighting on that is super bright, so it's nice being out here in Spokane in these types of days.
In Spokane, Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
Some video now on your screen of a pride flag being ripped down from one Spokane family's porch by someone wearing a mask. Just 1 block away, Wishing Tree Bookstore not only had their pride flag ripped down, but it was also egged. These are just the latest in a string of attacks on the LGBTQ community in Spokane that's been going on for over a month. Some people targeted by these vandals are still shaken up. Paul Dillon lives less than a block away from Odyssey Youth Movement, which has been the target of vandals for over a month. Just around 1 a.m. Friday morning, Dillon says he checked his Ring camera to see that masked person dressed in all black ripping his pride flag off his front porch.
Feels like a very coordinated effort to intimidate and harass the residents of Perry and our LGBTQ plus businesses and organizations.
Despite this hate aimed at them, the victims of these thefts say they plan to replace their pride flags and keep them up. Spokane police say that there have been at least 10 reported incidents between smashed pumpkins, damaged or stolen pride flags in the Perry district. And because these crimes are targeted toward a specific group, police say it is reasonable to assume that this is a hate crime. SPD is utilizing both the major crimes and spear units to investigate these crimes. They're increasing patrols in the neighborhood and asking everyone living in Perry to look through their Ring doorbell footage from last night between midnight and 2 a.m. to see if there's anything that may help identify these people, like a car or the direction that they were heading. Chief Meidel says this community is concerned and he has a clear message for the people responsible.
This is causing great concern to the community, and without knowing who they are, knowing what their intent is, this is something they need to stop doing. We're going to continue to follow up on every single lead until we can find out who you are.
Chief Meidel says these suspects are facing theft and malicious mischief charges, but those charges are amplified if a judge determines that these are in fact hate crimes. His message to the community is to rally together and stand against this type of behavior. And if you learn about anything suspicious or you notice something, you should report it to Crime Check. Tomorrow morning, a partial eclipse will be moving across the western portion of the U.S., and you may even be able to see it from here. The last time the Spokane area saw an eclipse like this was back in August of 2017. Tomorrow, between 8 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., you might catch a glimpse of the moon partially shielding the sun. This eclipse has been nicknamed the Ring of Fire for obvious reasons. Reminds us of the Lord of the Rings. But it is when the moon moves over the sun and displays what looks like a ring of light. It's very important that you have proper eclipse glasses and lenses for your camera, because staring right into it can cause serious damage.
Definitely don't want to stare at the eclipse with your naked eye. Even though, 70 to 80% of the sun is going to be covered from the moon blocking it, whatever sunlight is still coming through can really do some damage to your eyes if you're looking at it.
And a heads up to parents, there are some fun, kid-friendly eclipse viewing parties happening tomorrow where kids can learn more about eclipses and even make their own viewing devices. You can find a list right on our website, KXLY.com. So our question here in the studio is, what are our chances here in Spokane of seeing the eclipse? Meteorologist Matt Gray is in for Chris tonight with the answer.
And things are a little uncertain when it comes to just how lucky you will be in the morning to perhaps see this solar eclipse. Why? We've got some wet weather moving in, and that means cloudy skies. Unfortunately, that could be sticking around even into eclipse time. This is 7 in the morning. Not a lot of rain is going to come along with this batch of moisture. Instead, all that moisture likely wrung out over the Cascades, but there'll be enough to where we'll see some pretty cloudy conditions and the occasional light sprinkle, but that'll be pretty rare. Then as we head towards 9 o'clock, we start to see things begin to clear out. The further south you are, the more likely you're to have a clear enough sky to see this solar eclipse in the morning. As you head north of I-90, though, things are going to be a little bit harder to come by, and that includes Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It is going to be very close to whether we'll be able to see it or not. Maybe on the very tail end of it, we'll be able to. Then as we head into Saturday evening, after a couple of hours of sunshine, we start to see wet weather begin to work its way back into our region. And so Saturday evening into the wee hours of Sunday morning is going to be the wettest period of the weekend, which is, hey, pretty good news, because a lot of us, we're just going to be at home. We're going to be asleep. And so you can make your plans for Sunday and for a good portion of Saturday, unless you're out during the evening, with some relative confidence. There's Sunday. Looks pretty good, although we will have a chance for a couple of showers in our northern counties as we head into Sunday evening, before more wet weather on Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s overnight tonight, still pretty mild for this point in the year, and some mild afternoon temperatures very similar to what we saw today in the middle and upper 60s for most of us, with the occasional 70s like in the LC Valley. Looking for more rain shower potential Monday and Tuesday, and then a really nice wrap up to next week.
All right, thank you, Matt. Macklemore took to Facebook today to talk about his love for the Lilac City, saying Spokane, quote, reminds me of Seattle back in the 80s before IKEA-looking condos and tech took over. There's a nostalgic American vibe from old brick buildings, wide streets, incredible vintage missions, the Spokane River, and rustic diners. He and his daughter Sloan rode Lime scooters around to different thrift stores before his show this week, and he talked a lot about those Lime scooters if you were at the concert. It's a favorite for him. Hey, check this out, too, from social media. A wedding at WSU tonight. Martin and Lisa Chick were the bride and groom, wearing gray and white jerseys, while the wedding party wore crimson. They said they had originally planned to get married on Maui in August, but had to reschedule because of the fires there. Lisa said, quote, I've been a Coug fan since birth, so the plaza where the statue stands affords us the space and beautiful backdrop for us to exchange our vows. Well, the flag of Israel waves outside of Spokane City Hall tonight in solidarity with the thousands of people who have been killed or displaced by the terrorist group Hamas. And with so much going on overseas right now, it can be easy to get overwhelmed, especially while you're on social media, where a lot of graphic videos and photos are being shared. It's not just adults seeing those troubling images. Kids are too. So what can parents do to limit their exposure? Dr. Amy Lee is a pediatric psychologist with Cleveland Clinic Children's, and she says parents should talk to kids about taking breaks from social media and what kind of content they should be avoiding. They can also ask questions about whether they've seen anything on their feeds that could be upsetting.
Younger kids are going to be more concerned with their own safety or changes that may happen in their own, smaller world. And so parents can offer reassurance, or they can offer simple explanations of how situations may be different in different places.
Dr. Lee also says for younger kids, there should be more parental control over social media. But if a child does see something upsetting, it's best to have open communication. She recommends talking to them about it in an age-appropriate way. And she also says that parents need to be mindful of what they're watching when their children are around. Well, when you're anxious for a package to arrive at your door, you may be tracking its location, maybe waiting for an alert on your phone for when it's been delivered. Now, some companies are warning about a scam text that can steal your information.
It's all of the carriers, actually, because what the scammers are doing is they're trying to fool you into thinking you have a package waiting or your package is delayed, clicking on a link and giving up personal information.
So the text messages look kind of like the one on your screen there, claiming to be from USPS, saying that parcels cannot be delivered, then prompting you to click a link to update your information.
Scammers are coming out. The holidays are always a really bad time for scamming, so I wanted everybody to know not to fall for it.
The Federal Trade Commission says in the first 9 months this year, $23 million have been reported lost to imposter scam text messages. So how do you prevent getting scammed? One thing is to keep track of your deliveries, and also never give out your address or credit card number through text or a link. More than 69 million households have annual Costco memberships, and now one couple is sharing their best secrets to saving after researching the chain for years. David and Susan Schwartz have been researching the ins and outs of Costco's from around the world for more than 5 years, and now they're letting shoppers in on their tips in their new book, The Joy of Costco. When it comes to saving on essentials, 2 items are at the top of their list: paper towels and toilet paper. Those are probably the 2 most important things I buy there too. The Schwartzes also say pay attention to other services like the pharmacy and the optical center. Even contact lenses sold under the company's Kirkland brand sell for $60 for a 90 pack, which can be 15 to 35% less than other brands.
So, for example, we rent our cars through Costco at major car rental places for 20% off. That's a great deal.
Some other things the Schwartzes say you can save big on: meat and alcohol. They say the discounts run from 20 to 30%. Vacations are also a good idea to check out. Well, still ahead, all of your local sports highlights. It is Friday Night Sports Extra after the break.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
He's got the stars.
Yeah.
The studs.
I don't remember a time in my life I didn't watch his show.
And the unexpected.
I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
Floor & Home by Carpet One authorized manufacturer sale is going on now. Top quality manufacturers, Shaw, Cortec, and Anderson Toughtex, have lowered their prices up to 40% off on quality hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, and luxurious carpet. You'll be sure to find the perfect floor from our largest and finest selection of Shaw, Cortec, and Anderson Toughtex flooring. On sale up to 40% off at Floor & Home by Carpet One. North side, just north of the Y on Division, and now in Liberty Lake on Country Vista Drive.
Crime is skyrocketing, and the homelessness crisis is just getting worse. When will it be enough? I'm Kim Please, running to make our neighborhoods safer and to help those in need. Vote Kim Please for City Council President.
Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
In the heart of the Pacific Northwest, where hard work meets rugged beauty, there's a family that relies on the best. Relies on powerful Kubota tractors and personal equipment support. They stand for hard work and dedication, shown in their pastures and animals. From fertile valleys to steep hillsides, Adams Tractor is here to support the backbone of the Northwest. We are your trusted Kubota dealership, with 5 locations to serve your needs. Visit adamstractor.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Floor & Home by Carpet One.
Welcome into Friday Night Sports Extra. Julian Minensone alongside Alex Crescenti. It's already been an exciting night of football, and we haven't even gotten to the highlights yet. You're way too amped up from what happened tonight in that Colorado-Stanford game.
Those joining us from ESPN that just saw Stanford knock out Colorado, welcome. We got some more highlights and a lot of exciting action here as well.
Yes, take it away.
Well, let's head over to One Spokane Stadium. Such a long commute for us, where Meade is going to be taking on Lewis and Clark this evening. LC looking for the upset. Second quarter, and the Panthers are going to have the ball here. Quarterback James Fromm is going to hand the ball off to Chase Plude on the jet sweep. He's going to find a little bit of an opening, and he is all the way down inside the red zone there. The Panthers utilize their rushing game very well all season long. Meade emphasized the run, like I just said there, and great progress towards the goal line there. It's going to be stopped just a few. Keegan Malone will be pummels his way to the 5-yard line. Then very next play, Fromm will let Malone carry it in for the short touchdown, and the Panthers waited for the signal there. There it is by the ref, and they got to celebrate there. Extra point is good, but you look at this score. Meade couldn't close it out. They fell by 3 points to LC. Tigers get the 24-21 win.
Now, it's Friday the 13th, so it's only right that our high school football teams get in the spooky spirit. That sign, Alex, reads rest in defeat, as Shadle Park was hoping to defeat Colville tonight. In the earlier game at One Spokane Stadium, the Highlander was ready to go, and so was Highlander quarterback Caden Hooper. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. The sneak to give Shadle Park the early lead. Now, still in the first half, Shadle Park was running all over the field in this one. Nicholas Tilton, when the cameras are on, Nicholas knows what to do. Stretches over the goal line for the score. Shadle Park, they roll this one, blanking Colville 33-0.
Look out for the Highlanders there. Let's head out to Gonzaga Prep, where the Bullpups were taking on Central Valley. There's a little piece of the Bullpups offense there, 14-point lead. It's going to be quarterback Bodie Stafford right into the hands of Jonah Keller, and that has been a great combo all year long. Then back in the red zone, Stafford's going to find his man again on a nice little pitch, and there's no one in picture there for Keller. He's going to jog into the end zone, and that offense of the Bullpups just continues to roll. It's going to be hard to stop them in the playoffs. Central Valley tries to get a little something going here, but just can't make it happen. Bo Reisenhauer's going to scramble around, eventually taken down by the sack, and this one is all G Prep. They take it 28-0. They get the bagel.
Now, North Central on the road at West Valley for their homecoming night at West Valley. We take it in the second half. West Valley already leading 34-0. North Central looking to get on the board. The pass is almost picked off by Eric Borg. He's kicking himself for that one. West Valley still forced North Central to punt. Eagles looking to take advantage. Now, Ethan Davis almost picks that one off for North Central. Little tick for tack there. Now, North Central, they'll get the ball back, trying to get a rally started. But Keenan Dunfield shows why he's the big man on campus. Dunfield with the huge sack on the quarterback. West Valley rolls 34-0 on homecoming night.
A lot of blowouts here on Friday the 13th. What's going on?
Right. Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, that was probably one of the closest games that we saw, which was the Colorado-Stanford game.
Yeah.
It was a blowout, ended up not being a blowout as Stanford won that one. Super hype, but we're going to have more great highlights just like that after the break when Friday Night Sports Extra returns, including a trip to East Valley where they're taking on the Rogers Pirates. Don't go anywhere.
Later tonight on Nightline, the ravages of war and the urgent race to free nearly 150 people, including 14 Americans, held hostage by Hamas terrorists. The anxious loved ones awaiting word and what's being done to free them.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
In the heart of the Pacific Northwest, where hard work meets rugged beauty, there's a family that relies on the best, relies on powerful Kubota tractors and personal equipment support. They stand for hard work and dedication, shown in their pastures and animals. From fertile valleys to steep hillsides, Adams Tractor is here to support the backbone of the Northwest. We are your trusted Kubota dealership, with 5 locations to serve your needs. Visit adamstractor.com.
Lewis Culligan, your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
The most important issue in this mayor's race, crime and public safety. I'm Nadine Woodward. We cannot let Spokane become Seattle. It's why I increased police patrols, opened new precincts, and got dangerous offenders off the streets with our Violent Crimes Task Force. My opponent? She's helped fund criminals and is supported by anti-police activists. I'm proud to be endorsed by law enforcement. I'm Nadine Woodward, and I approve this message. Let's make crime illegal again.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
You know, Alex, with WSU playing this weekend, it got me thinking. Remember the famous Mike Leach rant about who would win a Pac-12 mascot fight?
Of course, it's a classic.
It's one of the classics. Look it up on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Well, I was thinking about that with some of the high school teams tonight. Who would win between a Pirate and a Knight? Obviously, you know where Leach would side on this one.
That's a good battle.
We found out tonight Rogers Pirates taking on the East Valley Knights. They're the Rogers at the goal line, but Logan Isles sacks Jacob Proctor, and East Valley gets the ball back trailing by a touchdown. Now, Taryn Fields is here for East Valley, looking for someone downfield. Fields launches it, but look at the interception from Ronald Warwick V. Warwick picks it up and then strikes a pose right after. Now, Rogers on the attack once again. Here they are, the Pirates. Proctor goes right over the middle to Orlando Moore, who slides into the end zone for the touchdown. I guess the Pirates win this round. 27-7 is the final there, and that ends the whole Pirate Knight debate, at least for tonight, Alex.
Back to their winning ways there.
All right, Ridgeline hosting University. Taylor Swift is a hot topic in football right now, so much so that Ridgeline has a sign that says we're in our winning era. How would they do on the field, though? Well, here's Ridgeline with the ball at the goal line. And I don't think Taylor Swift would approve of this play right here. An interception from Landon Gardner. He threw it right to Peyton Walcott. University takes over on the other side. Now, Caleb Walcott, the quarterback for University, is going to be taking the snap here, trying to get his offense going. He's going to roll out, but ultimately Walcott throws a dud and is intercepted by Cole LeGrant. LeGrant takes it all the way deep into University territory. and that's going to set the table for Ridgeline to eat. Garner trying to make up for that interception he threw, where here he is right here. Braden Allen, who finds a, wait for it, Alex, blank space in the end zone for a score. Ridgeline cruises past University. 55-7 is the final score
I
there.
can't even believe you right now, but I don't have a Taylor Swift reference to come back with. Anyway, let's get ahead across the border. Coeur d'Alene was celebrating homecoming tonight. They welcomed in Post Falls for a critical league matchup in the first quarter. Scoreless game as the Trojans are driving. Isaac McCowan will look towards the sideline, but he's picked off by Jason Caddy, and that sets up the Vikings inside Post Falls territory. But the drive's going to stall after that. Quarterback Caden Simons can't find anyone downfield and is met by Alexander Shields. Great name there. And CDA is going to have to punt it away. In the second quarter, this is where the Vikings offense really gets going. Simons with a quick toss out to Kay Wheeler. He shows off the wheels with getting the long first down. And then later in the drive on fourth down, Simons going to be flushed out, goes to his right, somehow just gets the ball away, finds Jamison Kizier, finds his way into the end zone for the game's first score, and that's going to be big. But then a couple minutes later, towards the end of the half, Simons with a little pump fake goes deep to Tucker Booth. No one's there to stop him as the Vikings extend the lead. They get the win on homecoming, and maybe more importantly, they own the tiebreaker over the Trojans. We just have a little over a week left in the regular season. Now, let's head across the town. Lake City, where the Timberwolves also had homecoming, and Lewiston was paying them a visit. In the third quarter, Tigers up 22-0. Lake City needs some sort of a spark. They get it here in the form of a sack on the quarterback, a slew of defenders swarming on him. From there, the offense gets the ball back, but the drive's going to stall in the red zone on fourth down. Gabriel Wollenhaber is not able to get it, so Lewiston takes over. They don't waste any time moving the ball down the field. Drew Hottinger to Rylan Gomez makes the catch over the middle, and that's a first down. Then drive's going to stall. Tigers have to attempt a field goal, but we think this is a fake. Connor Free is going to try to rush to the goal line. He stopped well short. With under 2 to play, Lake City's just trying to avoid the shutout at this point. Tyson Ruggiero takes the ball himself, extends his arm over the plane for the score, but too late at that point. Lewiston gets their first league win of the season, also gets back to 500, and that sets up a massive game against Coeur d'Alene next week. Winner wins. If everything goes right, winner takes the 5A league.
That would be a huge game, and obviously we're going to be keeping close tabs on that one. So after the break, we're going to have all our top plays. We had so many to sift through. We had to narrow it down to 3, and we got some pretty good ones for you on the other side of the break when Friday Night Sports Extra returns. Don't go anywhere.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ace Hardware.
Gather the family and join me for a very special event.
ABC Sunday. Celebrate Disney's 100th anniversary with Kelly Ripa.
It's a night of magic and memories.
Featuring the world premiere of the Disney animated short Once Upon a Studio.
This is it. Let's get the game.
Here we go. The broadcast premiere of Encanto.
We are a family because of you.
And a special look at Disney's Wish.
Don't forget the popcorn.
Disney's 100th anniversary celebration. Sunday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
The Tire Store for auto repairs, tires, and wheels. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, and you can start an account with no credit check. Tire Store.
Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of Lux Craft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully, save beautifully with Karastan at Panhandle Carpet One, Floor and Home.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Panhandle Carpet One.
It was in August, fires raged through our area. This one, the Gray Fire in Medical Lake. Homes destroyed, trees destroyed along with it. They've got to come down and get moved out for the rebuild. We're here in mid-October to help move them. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by and with volunteers from Horizon Credit Union.
I'm Kim Please, running for Spokane City Council President. For safer neighborhoods, a vibrant downtown, and people in need getting real help. That's my vision for our future. Vote Kim Please for Council President.
Welcome back. It's about that time for our top plays of the week. Every week, if you haven't seen the show before, we go top 3 plays, 3, 2, 1. Huge night. This week is no exception. And we had a top play from 2 separate games. So,
did we?
Yeah, so we had 2 plays from 1 separate game is what I should say. So we're going to start with play number 3. Goes to Rogers receiver Orlando Moore. Moore catches this one. And Alex, you've seen a slip and slide before, remember?
I love those good slip and slides.
Yeah, they are dangerous because I hurt my foot as a kid one time. But Orlando Moore with a slip and slide here makes it look easy and also gets the touchdown against East Valley. Touchdown for Rogers. We'll have more from this game later in our countdown.
Play number 2 comes from Shadle Park. Running back Nicholas Tilton. He's going to get a little burst of speed there, extends his arm, points toward the camera, and a touchdown there. Shadle Park definitely get a team that's rolling at the right time this season. We could see them make a deep playoff run, but congratulations to Nicholas.
Also, he knows where the cameras are because that wasn't for the goal line. He was going to make it.
He's definitely texting some people on his phone.
Yeah, did you see my touchdown tonight?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I said we would see more from the Rogers East Valley game. Well, here you go. Our top play goes to Rogers defensive back Ronald Warwick V. Check out the interception right into the Instagram-worthy pose. Hopefully, the team photographer got a snapshot of that. If you didn't, Ronald, hit us up after the show. We'll get you the play so you can post on the Instagram, the TikTok, whatever the kids are doing these days, and get your clout up right there.
We've called old Ronald and Orlando quite a bit this season. I have a feeling we're not done with them just yet.
Orlando was a repeat top play
offender.
He got that in there, and then Ronald making his debut in the top plays this week. So a lot of top plays. We're going to have them every single week here on Friday Night Sports Extra. Huge week for high school football, but also college football. Massive. We got the Cougs, we got Idaho, Eastern. They're all in action this weekend, and we're going to talk about it when we return on Friday Night Sports Extra.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
What I want people to know about Numerica's involvement is that it's genuine.
I work at a company that supports the community because we're a part of it.
It's important to give back to the community you live in. We are truly here to help, and we're passionate about it.
Disney on Ice presents Frozen and Encanto. Celebrate the power of love. Y Familia. Coming to Spokane Arena October 20th through 22nd. Tickets on sale now. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Cristexa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Cristexa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Cristexa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Cristexa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Cristexa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Okay, so no Washington State announcement to the Big 12 today, but they still have a big game over a future Big 12 opponent in Arizona tomorrow.
Yes, 4 o'clock kick. So huge primetime matchup there. They're going to be having homecoming. Are you going straight to homecoming? You're going straight to Pullman after this, right, for the homecoming
I'm
celebration?
going to the bars right after this, yeah.
Right. So they're going to be having a homecoming game and also a homecoming of sorts for former WSU quarterback Jane DeLaura. Right. He's a game-time decision. If he doesn't go, Noah Fafita will be under center at Arizona. He almost pulled off the upset win over USC last week. So this isn't a team to sleep on if you're the Cougs.
Right. Also, another big matchup on the Palouse. Massive. Number 3 Idaho welcomes in Montana. ESPN2 primetime matchup there. Idaho starting to get recognized on national stage.
Yeah, number 3 versus number 16. Battle for the Little Brown Stein. That one's always a fun one. First time that they're looking to keep the Little Brown Stein in Moscow for back-to-back years since 1999. Eastern also plays Idaho State. So
have a fun weekend, everyone.